In a village in rural Africa, there lived a young girl named Nneoma. She had two older brothers, Chukwu and Ugo, who were both married. Chukwu's wife, Akwa, was a kind and gentle soul, loved by all in the village. However, Nneoma had always been disrespectful to Akwa, making neat comments about her cooking, her traditional clothing, and even her farming skills. Akwa, being the kind person she was, always tried to brush off Nneoma's comments and ignore her behavior. But one day, Nneoma went too far. She made a particular hurtful comment about Akwa's ability to bear children, which Akwa had been struggling with lately. Akwa had had enough. She decided to surprise Nneoma by inviting her to help with the village's annual harvest festival preparations. Nneoma arrived at Akwa's hut, expecting to mock her cooking skills once again. But instead, Akwa had set up a series of challenges for Nneoma to complete. First, Akwa asked Nneoma to grind cornmeal using a traditional stone grinder. Nneoma struggled and failed miserably. Then Akwa asked her to fetch water for the village well using a traditional clay pot. Nneoma was shocked at how heavy the pot was and how difficult it was to balance it on her head. As the day went on, Nneoma began to realize just how hard Akwa's life was and how much she had been taking her for granted. But Akwa wasn't finished yet. As Nneoma struggled to fetch water, Akwa calmly instructed her on the proper technique. Nneoma was surprised by the patience and kindness Akwa showed her despite her own past behavior. Next, Akwa asked Nneoma to help with preparing a traditional meal, jollof rice with vegetables. Nneoma had always criticized Akwa's cooking, but now she was tasked with chopping, grinding, and stirring the ingredients under Akwa's watch. Akwa's watchful eyes. As they cooked, Akwa shared stories about her own childhood, growing up in a neighboring village and the struggles she faced as a young wife. Nneoma listened intently, beginning to see Akwa in a new light. Just as Nneoma was starting to feel a sense of accomplishment, Akwa handed her a small basket. Just as Nneoma was starting to feel a sense of accomplishment, Akwa handed her a small basket. "It's time for the final task," she said with a smile. "Go to the farm and fetch a basket of fresh vegetables for tonight's dinner." Nneoma looked puzzled. "But Akwa, it's getting dark." "Exactly," Akwa replied. "You will need to navigate the farm in the fading light, just like I do every day." Nneoma hesitated, but Akwa encouraged her to go. As Nneoma made her way to the farm, the sun dipped below the horizon. The air grew cool, and the sounds of the village changed. Nneoma felt a sense of unease, but also determination. She reached the farm and began searching for the vegetables. The darkness made every task more challenging. Suddenly, she heard a rustling in the bushes. Nneoma froze, her heart racing. She tried to shine her flashlight in the direction of the noise, but the batteries were weak. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness. It was Akwa's younger sister, Amma, who had been sent to help Nneoma. "I see you are struggling," Amma said with a smile. "Let me show you the ways of the farm." Together, they navigated the darkening farm, collecting vegetables and sharing stories. Nneoma learned about the different plants, their uses, and the secrets of the soil. As they worked, Amma shared tales of Akwa's childhood, her strengths and weaknesses, and the challenges she faced as a young wife. Nneoma listened intently, her perception of Akwa shifting with each passing moment. Just as they finished gathering the vegetables, a loud shout echoed across the farm. "Nneoma, Amma, come quickly." It was Akwa's voice, urgent and worried. Nneoma and Amma exchanged a concerned glance. What could be wrong? They hastened towards the source of the voice, their hearts pounding in unison. As they approached Akwa's hut, they saw a commotion outside. Villagers were gathered, talking in hushed tones. Akwa stood at the center, her face etched with concern. "What's happening?" Nneoma asked, pushing through the crowd. "It's Chukwu, my husband," Akwa replied, her voice trembling. "He's been injured while hunting. We need to get him to the village elder's hut quickly." Nneoma's heart skipped a beat. She had never seen Akwa so worried. Without hesitation, she joined the group, helping to carry Chukwu to the elder's hut. As they rushed through the village, Nneoma realized that her actions had consequences. She had been so focused on her own behavior that she hadn't considered the impact on others. Now, she was faced with the possibility of losing someone she loved. The thought sent a shiver down her spine. The group finally reached the villager's hut, and Chukwu was carefully laid on a mat. The elder, a wise and aged man, examined Chukwu's injury and began to chant and sprinkle herbs on his wounds. Nneoma watched anxiously, feeling a mix of emotions: worried, guilt, and a hint of regret. She had never seen Chukwu so vulnerable, and it took her to her core. Akwa sat beside Chukwu, holding his hand and whispering words of encouragement. Akwa saw the love and concern etched on Akwa's face and felt a pang of remorse for her past behavior. As the night wore on, the villagers gathered around, offering prayers and support. Nneoma joined in, her voice barely above a whisper. She felt a sense of community and belonging she had never experienced before. Just as it seemed like Chukwu's condition was stabilizing, a loud rumble of thunder boomed outside. The sky had darkened and a fierce storm was brewing. The elder looked up, his eyes locked on Nneoma. "The storm is a sign," he said, his voice low and mysterious. "A sign that change is coming. But will it be for good or ill?" Nneoma felt a shiver run down her spine. What did the elder say? What did the elder mean? Was the storm a warning or a blessing? As the villagers dispersed to prepare for the storm, Nneoma remained by Chukwu's side, her mind racing with questions and doubts. Akwa approached her, a gentle smile on her face. Akwa approached Nneoma, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you for being here, Nneoma. Your presence has brought comfort to our family." Nneoma felt a surge of emotion, her heart swelling with regret and newfound understanding. "Akwa, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. I realized that I was blind to your kindness and strength." Akwa's smile widened. "You have learned a valuable lesson, Nneoma. Forgiveness and understanding are the greatest gifts we can give each other." Just then, the storm outside intensified, and a loud crack of lightning illuminated the hut. In that instant, Nneoma saw a vision of her own future, a future where she had become a wise and compassionate leader, loved and respected by her community. As the vision faded, Nneoma turned to Akwa, her eyes widened with wonder. "Akwa, I saw my future. I saw myself becoming a great leader, just like you." Akwa's expression changed, and she looked at Nneoma with a hint of surprise and curiosity. "Nneoma, that's not your future, that's mine." Nneoma's smile reeled as Akwa's words hung in the air. Suddenly, the hut began to spin, and Nneoma felt herself being pulled into a vortex. When the vortex dissipated, Nneoma found herself standing in front of a mirror, but the reflection staring back wasn't hers. It was Akwa's. Nneoma's mind shattered as she realized the truth. She was never Nneoma. She was Akwa, reincarnated into a new life, sent to learn the lesson she needed to become the leader she was meant to be. The storm outside subsided, and the hut fell silent. Akwa's smile lingered in the mirror as Nneoma. Akwa finally understood. Akwa finally understood the true nature of her journey.